Now, is it possible to buy a house with your child's name in Italy? Yes, it is definitely possible for you to buy a house here with your child's name. Although the process is easier if your child is an adult, maybe your child is above 18 years, the process is easier. But the process is more complicated if your child is still a minor. Minor are children that are not up to 18 years. So in that case, you will first of all go and take an authorization from a judge before you can use your minor child to buy name to buy a house. So you want to meet a lawyer, the lawyer will go to court. So the judge will ask you, why do you want to buy this house with a minor, a child that is not up to 18 years name? Then you now need to explain your reasons. So the judge will now evaluate your reasons. If the judge is convinced, he will grant you the authorization letter. If he's not convinced, he will have to reject your request. And most of the things that the judge actually evaluates is to make sure that what you are doing will not be a burden on that child. Maybe you are buying a house that is too old for that particular child, that the child maybe will grow up, the house will now become a burden. Or maybe if you have the physical cash, the 100% cash to just buy that house and give to the minor, you just will also look at it as, okay, this one is good, this one will not be a burden on the child since you already have the money. If you also want to go to bank to seek for mortgage to buy that house, the judge will also evaluate it. How much are you collecting from the bank? What is the possibility of you paying it? What about if you pass on? How is this child going to continue the payment? The purpose of that judge is to make sure that this thing that you are doing will not be a burden on the child. So if you have been able to convince the judge, maybe you can say, okay, this house is 100,000, but I already have 50,000. I only need about 50,000 from the bank. So that one is still convincing. So the judge will check all these things. I'm just giving you my own common sense. So you can go and meet a lawyer. You will sit down with a lawyer. The lawyer will be able to put you through some of the certain reasons you can give to that judge that can make them give you the authorization letter. So the judge will give you the authorization letter. Then that is what you will take to the notarial if you have the physical cash to buy the house for your child. But if you don't have the physical cash, it is both that authorization letter, you and your wife, if both of you are working, will not take to the bank to seek for mortgage to buy that house for your child. So when you also get to the notarial office, the notarial will still need that authorization letter before they can register the house in the child's name. So that's actually the process for you to buy a house for a child that is not up to 18 years. But if the child is and if the child is still a minor, you can either do it that way, or if you already have the house, maybe the house is for you, you already have it, and you now want to donate that house to your child. It's not as if you have passed on, you are still alive, but you want to dash your child that is still a minor. You still need to go through this court process. A judge will also give you authorization letter. But if the child is an adult, you don't need to go through the court process. So the child is already an adult, so the child and you can go to the bank direct, tell the bank that you and your wife, you want to guarantee the house for this child that is above 18 years. Maybe because the child is he or she is a student, you want to buy this house close to where the child is going to school and all that. If the bank is also convinced, they will be able to give you the mortgage to buy that house for your child, while you and your wife will be the one paying that mortgage until you finish paying the mortgage and all that. So you have that arrangement with the bank. So that's actually the process for you to buy a house here for your child. Thank you and God bless you.